All right, welcome to our gut health class and support for people on the products in our Glam Guts Grace Plexus group for customers or ambassadors. So tonight I wanted to touch on a little bit more on Candida. That's something I had never heard of before Plexus, which is 6 years ago now. And our gut health products, the triplex, which would be the pink drink, either one, the Probio 5, the Bio Cleanse, the Vital Biome, the X Factor Plus, they all can activate your gut microbiome. So what the triplex is known for is that it can get rid of the bad bacteria and Candida overgrowth, okay? Now, raise your hand if you guys had heard of Candida before Plexus. Okay, so Kelly Halstead, because of your background, probably. Yep. So where had you heard of it before? I probably have asked you this.
Me?
Yeah.
Just from pharmacy because we treat people with it.
Oh, so they do, yeah, recognize it. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking they didn't even recognize it a lot of times in that pharmaceutical.
We see people treat for like 12 weeks and then we see them back the next year and they're treating again for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
It doesn't get rid of it. It just tames it, but it doesn't keep it in check. So
yeah. So Anne, do you have better connection now?
Yes, I do. We came inside.
Okay, so my question was, had you heard of Candida before Plexus?
No, probably not. No.
Okay, and same with your sister, probably.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, and I hadn't either. I hadn't even heard of probiotics. So what I wanted to talk more about tonight is, usually when people start these products, most of the time it's weight loss that's on their brain. Raise your hand if you find that with your customers and clients. Is it mainly weight loss?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that's why I started. I just wanted to lose 10 pounds. I had no clue it was going to help with my migraines, headaches, constipation, sugar cravings, carb cravings, low iron. I mean, all the above. And that's why I still take it, right? Because you can lose the weight and be done. But I just didn't understand gut health, how it gets to the root cause. So our 3 products of those slim and Probio 5 and Bio Cleanse are magical because they really do get to the root cause. So you have your Probio 5 that gets rid of, this is recorded, so I'm going to go over everything, even though I know you guys probably know this, but the Probio 5 has the 5 probiotic strains and the 4 digestive enzymes and the antifungal that's in one of the enzymes. It's like a dual purpose. It will get rid of the break down the biofilm that's on the Candida, right? So that's hard to get rid of, to break down. There isn't very many products that can do that naturally. So when that happens, you can have detox and all that fun stuff. But why we start craving sugars and carbs is usually because of Candida overgrowth. And why we end up getting 7 main infections is because of Candida overgrowth. And like sinus infections I had, also a lot of them. And I didn't know that had anything to do with Candida and acid reflux. I had lots of that. And as long as I stay on my Probio 5, I can keep it under control because I do still eat sugar and carbs. I do, not near what I used to, but Candida, we're all born with a little bit of it, and it grows like moss on a tree when we eat too much, processed foods, because a lot of processed foods have extra sugars in them. And the refined carbs turn into the glucose that feed the Candida. When we get on a round of antibiotics, which is necessary at times, it kills off our good gut flora. So we're supposed to be born with 85% good gut bacteria, 15% bad. When Candida overtakes our bodies, it flips it around. So we have less, it ends up being 15% good gut bacteria, 85% of the bad, or similar to that. And that's when we start just feeling tired all the time, get a lot of sicknesses. And so our products, Triplex really does address the Candida, and then the blood sugar balance is huge too. But anyway, I wanted to just talk about Candida a little bit more, like I said, tonight, because I just learned a few things more about it as I was researching a little bit more through this. So it is the most common fungus in the human body, and is often found in areas like the mouth, the skin, your digestive tract, toenails, and rectum and vagina. Those are the main places that it's found. Hi, Dottie. It's generally harmless, but if overgrowth happens, then that's when it can lead to the infection and overtake your health. There are over, do you guys want to take a guess at how many different kinds of Candida there are? This is what this article said.
20.
Good guess.
50.
Good guess. Higher.
250.
Lower, but close. It's 150. So there's, as of now, there's 150 known Candida species living in various parts of our body. So these species aid digestion and nutrient absorption from food. But when the infection happens, it's like 15 of them that can get overgrown and cause the issues in our body. And that's when we start feeling, you can have bloating, constipation, or diarrhea, chronic fatigue, nausea, skin issues like, eczema and rashes, recurrent urinary tract infections, irritability, mood swings, anxiety, depression, and joint pain. And I had joint pain really bad too. Oh my gosh, I felt like an 80-year-old. So all those things, went away when I got on these products. And I didn't really know why that happened when I started 6 years ago, but I just felt better. So I kept taking it. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I didn't know anything. So that's why it's so important to lean into the education piece, because most people don't know what's causing our issues over and over again. So yeah, there's 15 main ones that can cause the infection. And the main bad one is the Candida albicans. And that is what our ProBio 5 really attacks and gets rid of and destroys, which is amazing. I always say our ProBio 5, if it cost $100 a bottle, I'd probably still buy it. I'm so glad it doesn't. But would you guys agree? It's worth every penny. Yeah, I just wish we had bigger bottles. Right? So, okay, so there's several risk factors for Candida infection. And the foods that we should stay away from are, ones that are high in sugars and high in the refined sugars and refined carbs. So that's what we drink, what we eat. We want to, stay away from the sugar. Like we talk about 26 grams of sugar. Refined sugar a day is probably the adult female norm. Foods that are high alcohol, that can cause, the Candida to grow. When you're have elevated stress levels, also it can increase the Candida. Birth control is also another one, and antibiotics both. I forgot to mention birth control before. And diabetes can also cause some of that to get worse also. So when you think of sugars too, we have the natural sugars and we have the refined sugars, right? The natural sugars are better for us, of course, because we have fruits that have natural sugars and they have the fiber in them that helps break it down. And where we have the refined sugars, it spikes our blood sugars so fast because of how it's processed and how it enters our bloodstream. So then you have to be careful of the sugars that are not called sugar when you read the ingredient labels. Anything ending in OS, like the maltose, dextrose, those are all sugar names that we have to watch for also. And anything with high fructose corn syrup you want to run from. That's also another one that's, if they're taking it out of a lot of foods now, just because there's been such good advocacy about the negative effects of it. So toenail fungus, did I mention that as another symptom of, the Candida? I used to have really bad toenail fungus also. So I'm looking at my notes here. So the foods that you want to stay away from, like I said, are anything that's processed. So it kind of boils down to just eating whole foods. And if you're going to have the natural sugars, have them earlier in the day rather than later in the day, so that you can burn them off. Oh, you can, it's recorded. My sister just got home.
Mhm.
I met my sisters in Arizona, so
It's our team, right?
yeah, but it's a gut health class.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she thought it was just casual talking. She's gonna leave now.
No, if I do another.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Lisa. You can join on the other one.
I don't have background.
All right. Okay, she wants to join. Sorry, this is it. She's teaching school today, so she was busy doing other stuff. But anyway, so back to the foods you want to eat. It's pretty much the basics, like staying away from the white flour also, and the, refined carbs. What I found is I always could never stay away from that kind of thing, even though I tried. Like before Plexus, it was like it called my name. And so Candida, in order for Candida to stay alive in your body, it needs sugar. It needs the refined sugars and the refined carbs. So your body will crave it. So it's really not all your fault that you're craving that crap, right? It's Candida's fault. And so once you get rid of that, you're going to feel better. But it is important, to stay on the products. And if you would have told me 6 years ago that I'd need to take these products for 6 years, I would have said baloney, because I just didn't understand the magnitude of what the products can do. So I think you all probably could agree with that. Maybe, Julie, you're not on them for 6 years, but like Karen, how long have you been on the products?
It'll be 5 years in November.
Yeah. So now if Connie would have said, okay, now you're going to be taking this forever, would you have ordered?
I would have told her that she was full of you know what. So, but I wouldn't have believed her. So, and my sister-in-law, Melissa, who actually got me on, those two, thank goodness, did a lot of explaining, and I got to understand it, and then I got to see the results. And being diabetic, I'm off a half of my diabetes medicine now. So it's a lifestyle change. It really is, because you can still have fun eating, but you have to watch what you put in your body. And I wasn't doing that. So when you're talking about this, Marla, I mean, it makes so much sense. Last year, I made my sister's homemade sugar cookies. You don't even want to know how much sugar and everything is in it. And I shouldn't even make them for my family anymore, but I do. And I did not have one sugar cookie last year. I mean, my mom couldn't believe it. My kids couldn't, my grandkids couldn't believe it, but I didn't crave it. I didn't want it. And before, I could sit down and eat like 10 cookies within an hour. I make them small, but yeah, so it has really changed my lifestyle. I still struggle some days. It's not perfect every day, but when you're talking about this and you're talking about the ProBio 5, absolutely. I mean, and the BioCleanse, I wish the ProBio 5 had a big bottle like the BioCleanse does. I really do. So it's, I don't want to take up any more time, but it's been very beneficial. And even going into retirement, I won't give it up. I cut out other things that I do in order to keep taking this and feel the way I do.
Well, why don't you share how much weight you've lost through this journey?
Well, I haven't been back to the doctor. I go back to the doctor sometime in September, but I was close to 210 pounds, and I'm down to, and it's a struggle. I mean, it's not easy, but I'm down to about 180 now. So
That's awesome. And you know, it's a struggle no matter what you do to change your habits so that you reduce your eating and that scale drops, right?
yes.
So many times we go on a diet and then we get to our goal and then our old habits come back, right? And that's where Plexus is different. You know, if you have the mindset of, okay, the supplementation is healing my body. And you will notice though, I'm not craving the food anymore. I don't want that sugar cookie when I make them anymore. And that's what's so empowering. I remember the first time walking by like Reese's peanut butter cups and thinking, or licorice in the grocery store, thinking, I don't want to grab it. And I would always grab it before. And I was a fitness instructor and, you know, worked out hard. So why did I sabotage it all the time? I don't know, but because it wasn't my fault. It was Candida. So, and then the magnesium, when we have Candida, also, you know, it's called leaky gut, gut dysbiosis, it's called, but it zaps the magnesium in our body. Sugar zaps magnesium. And so that's another undercursor that is an issue for so many people, and it's never addressed, right? When you're lacking magnesium, you also crave more chocolates and sweets also. And in our magical pink drink, we have chromium polynicotinate. And when you're low in chromium, you also crave the sweets. And chromium is essential for our insulin to work properly. If you're lacking chromium, many people become insulin resistant. So the magic of those three products, with everything that Plexus put them together with all these ingredients, it's just always blows me away. And every product that we come out with, they layer it with another. It's kind of like habit stacking. That's what we're doing in our Hustle Hydrate group, is we're focusing on drinking our water every day and moving our body every day. So if we do those two things and make those habits, then we'll stack another one on top, right? We also want to take our supplements every day, you know, so habit stacking is kind of reminds me of Plexus and with their products. Like every product they end up putting on, it's like another one that's going to help our body. Darn it, then you have to buy it. But I mean, like the hydrate is our new, you know, electrolyte. And if we're lacking electrolytes in our body, it's hard to lose weight also. And I also have noticed when I don't drink hydrate every day, but when I do, the water doesn't just run through my body. So I know I must need that potassium. So, and Kelly probably can chime in. Kelly's a pharmacist, Julie, I don't know if you knew that. And she did a great video on our hydrate. But anyway, the potassium and what else is in there that our body needs so bad? I can't think of it right now. You know, I'm putting you on the spot, Kelly, sorry.
Whoops, I was on mute, sorry. Pretty sure there's magnesium in there too. Magnesium, potassium, sodium, calcium.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was it, calcium, sodium, yeah. So anyway, so every product they come out with just seems to help to our gut health, our overall health. It's just truly amazes me. I also got rid of all my migraines and headaches. Used to get those. Headaches are part of my life since I was a kid. Max Health was once every 3 months, and I have not had any headaches unless it was self-induced, maybe a couple in the 6 years. But that amazes me because, and then no naps. Like I don't ever want a nap, and I used to just look forward to naps. And I'm 58, just turned 58. So that means a lot that I can, you know, get more done, be more productive, be present, and mental clarity, brain fog. There's so many things. Fibromyalgia, I had that too. And all my burning in my skin is gone. My joint pain, I don't like I used to get up and sometimes it felt like I was an 80-year-old. I kid you not. And now I feel like probably better than in my 20s. So the products work, but the Candida is something that is real. And if you want me to send you this article that I am got this information on, I'm not going to go through all of it because it's about 30 pages, but mainly just to really that it does come back quickly. If we, like if you go on an antibiotic, which sometimes we need to do that, make sure that you up your Probio 5, and that Probio 5 taken at night. It's best not to eat any food like for an hour or two before you go to bed, so that when you take that Probio 5, it's going to really work on the Candida and the fungus in your body, rather than if there's food there, it's going to get in the way, kind of, if that makes sense. Because a lot other probiotics you take in the morning, if there's no digestive enzymes, like our Vital Biome is our true probiotic that has 8 strains, and that one we take in the morning. And what else? The X Factor Plus is another product that activates our gut microbiome. That's our vitamin that's methylated. So if you haven't tried that, that's another one to add if you're taking a different multivitamin, to replace it and just see if you notice a difference. And the active drink is something I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight because, well, I love it since they came out with it. It's an energy drink, and a lot of energy drinks out in the market have what? Way too much sugar or sugar substitutes. So Plexus has natural energy drink where you're not going to get, oh, Sarah's on. Hi, Sarah. And hi,
Hello.
Diane. You've popped on too. Yes. I did record this. So I'll share the link in our healthy living group so you guys can catch the whole thing. Okay. So that I was just getting to talking about the active drink and why it's so much better than any other energy drink that's on the market. The main thing, like I said, is it doesn't have the caffeic acid with that, or it has caffeine. And usually, from coffee, a lot of us are coffee drinkers, but it does have the caffeic acid, which can be acidic and be a blood sugar crash in our bodies. I mean, because that's why we need that second cup of coffee and that third cup, because it doesn't last forever. Where our Slim, has it doesn't have the caffeic acid either. It's the chlorogenic acid. So that keeps your blood sugar stable all day. And that's where you don't have the crashes and you sleep better at night. Now with the energy drink, they have the caffeine in it from the yerba mate tea. So, and that is a healthier caffeine for our bodies, where you're not going to get the jitters and you're not going to get the crashes. Okay. One of the ingredients that really intrigued me, I was reading about, that's in there, it's called being Kelly Hulst is on here, I get a little nervous because she's a pharmacist, so she can probably say these things better than me. But the antigen, it's ANTIGIN, is what it's a patented ginseng supplement. And we know how good ginseng is for us. And it helps with the glycogen resynthesis in our bodies. So when we work out, it's tough on our body, right? We end up having, muscle damage, oxidative stress, and free radicals, inflammation stirs up, glycogen depletion. So that this ingredient really restores that, and it helps with the nitric oxide, promote making that in our bodies. So it also has this turmeric in it, which is amazing for anti-inflammatory, to reduce the inflammation also. So I'm trying to think, of other energy drinks. I can't think of any that I know that have really good ingredients in them. Like ours, I believe, is the only product that is a healthy energy drink. And I don't ever get the jitters when I drink my active. I don't know if you guys do.
I don't.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I don't get the jitters either.
No. Yeah. And, I drank one Rockstar in my life. I had to drive to Minneapolis. It's probably 15 years ago. Oh, maybe longer. I'm old. Anyway, I had to drive to Minneapolis and back after working all day, and I was getting trained for I worked at migrant schools in the summer, and anyway, I was so tired. I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep. And I bought this Rockstar, and you guys, I thought that my heart was gonna like pound out of my chest. It was so scary. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I see people drinking that, and I want to go up and just take it out of their hands and give them an active. But we know how bad these drinks are, and it's so common that people drink at Red Bull, and a lot of the alcoholic drinks even have mixtures of the energy drink with alcohol. So you got the double whammy there, that's inflammatory to your body and damaging. So our active drink, if anyone's gonna drink active with it, not Red Bull, right? But anyway, it's a great product. I liked to drink when I started my active. I mixed half of it, half a stick with a full stick of Slim. I'm gonna mute you, St. Nancy. And if who here has not tried the active?
You haven't. I have not.
Julie? Sarah hasn't? Sarah, I'm gonna have Kelly bring you some samples. Okay, so yeah, this is our energy drink. So we have a starfruit guava kind, and then this mango peach. And right now, for limited time, they have lemongrass pineapple. And that sold out in hours last time. And then this is, our microbiome Slim. How many of you are on the microbiome activating Slim? 1, 2. Karen, you are too, right?
That and hunger control.
You do both? Okay.
I do both.
Okay. Lisa, Julie, which one are you on?
The hunger control.
Hunger control. And I don't have a sample of that one here, but if the hunger control is a little bit bigger, they both the products have the core ingredients that stabilize blood sugar, detoxify the bad stuff in our bodies, gets rid of it, helps our liver. It has the good beetroot extract that helps with your cholesterol levels. What else? Mulberry extract also, and little bit of Garcinia. There we go. But this one has the prebiotics. So this has the extra prebiotics, like drinking 10 kombuchas. And then our hunger control has the more fiber that'll fill you up more. So it will help you. You want to drink it like 20 minutes before your biggest meal of the day, or your worst time for snacking. Like for me as a teacher, that was like usually around 5 o'clock when you're making supper or when you're on your way home from school, or for my mom, she drinks hers like at 8 o'clock at night, because then she doesn't have any sugar crashes all night long. And so it really does depend on what your goal is. So working with your sponsor is really important to make sure you're taking it at the right time and stuff. But there isn't a wrong time taking it really, because these ingredients will help your body just balance blood sugar all day. When that happens, it's magical for our body. That's a root issue of a lot of disease, is triggers inflammation at the cellular level when our blood sugar is not balanced. And then it gets our gut health even more off whack. So anyway, that I wanted to talk about the active with this. You can mix it with either one, or you can have it plain, but I did half of an active and then I do the other half the next day. So, but now I'm up to a full active and a full one of these each day. It's just easier. So, but yeah, so I hope you guys learned something. Do you have any questions about anything, about products, your regimen? Questions?
Do you feel that with the triplex, is there still a need to take an extra calcium supplement?
Oh, that's a long story. Kelly, can you help me out on this? Yeah, if you're low on calcium, it's usually a sign of low magnesium, poor gut health. So, yeah.
It's really a controversial thing. You can read many articles and one will state one thing and one will state another. And I'm not on the bandwagon with either one, so I don't know. I think it's a kind of a try one. And if supplementing is not working, it makes sense to me when it's argued both ways. So It's a tough
Yeah.
one. I don't have the answer for you.
I
Yeah,
know.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
My question is, can I put lemon in my water during the day?
Yeah, as long as you're not doing fasting, intermittent fasting.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're trying to do a fasting, the lemon does trigger your insulin. So,
Oh,
yep. So you're best to just have plain water. But
Oh,
there's
okay.
called, yeah, there is dirty intermittent fasting too, but it does trigger your insulin. So that's what's gonna, you know,
interesting.
not,
Okay. Thank you.
yep. That was hard for me too, to go with just plain water for, 12. Are you, what's your windows you're doing?
She's not doing IF.
Oh, she
She-
isn't. So then, yeah,
No.
you can add lemon to it. Lemon water is good. Yep.
So lemon water is okay? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't drink lemon water all day, every day, but I just wondered if it counted as your water.
Yes, definitely.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything else?
Your slim and active count is part of your water. I've asked this before, and then you said no. And then I thought on that Plexus 1.0, I thought on one of those talks, it said, it made it sound like this gal did use it for her water.
Oh, maybe she did, but you're not supposed to.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, because it's not, you're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. But what I always say is aim for progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
So as long as you're drinking more water each day, you're going to continue to want more water. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes.
I think I'm good.
Yes. Anything else? I'm going to do the drawing for the sub club. I got to add a couple. I'm going to share the screen here. So anyone have any questions? Or something to share? While I'm plugging these names in, because I have to put in Sarah's name. Because Sarah, I don't think you entered yours in yet.
Did you put your screenshot in?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And then we put Julie. And oops. And Diane, you're in here already. Hey, Diane, are you with us still?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you want to tell everybody how much weight you've lost? I guess I kind of put you on the spot, didn't I? Diane, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Well, Diane,
Do you hear me?
now I can.
Okay, sorry.
Like this. You're on that. See, I do them all the time for Rotary. At work, and that's why I know what I'm
Are you
doing.
with grandkids?
Nope.
Okay. Do you want to tell your wins with Plexus since you started?
Weight loss. The cravings have really gone away. I think more energy and better sleeping also.
Yes, that's amazing. I mean, when you can get all of those wins, I know in my history of dieting, I lost weight many times and would feel like crap and wasn't sleeping and was still craving a lot of junk. And it was never sustainable and it was never healthy. So what we have is life changing because it's sustainable if you stick with it. And I'm just so happy for you. Diane, wasn't it over 20 pounds you've lost now?
30.
30, yeah, see? Oh, you have such a
Awesome.
great story to share. And I can't remember the town in Minnesota you're from now again. I'm terrible with towns.
That's okay. Wade Park.
Wake Park. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and you're on, do you want to share the products you've been on since you lost your weight?
I've always been on like ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse. And at one time I was on the Slim, but I kind of backed off of that for a while. And then in April, I started taking it again. So I'm taking the Triplex and I'm taking the X Factor Plus. Yeah, I'm just hoping for a little bit more help with the hot flashes, especially during the night, but it's gotten better, but it's still there.
You do still have them, huh? Well, just keep taking the X Factor Plus. They should minimize or disappear. And I do have friends where they didn't totally disappear, but once they run out, they realize they get 10 times worse. So then like, oh yeah, it has gotten better, like if they stop. So maybe you can try that as an experiment too. That's a way to figure it out if it's helping or not. So thank you for sharing, Diane.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to spin the wheel here. We'll see who wins the $100. Oh, Kelly Hulst, it's your gal, Cindy Nelson.
Yes, yay.
Yeah, she'll be excited.
You will.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for joining. I'm hoping now who's the Nancy that's on? I don't know if I know who that is.
Is it our Nancy?
Nancy Dickoff.
Oh, hi, Nancy. That's what
I got a late start. I just seen you had it going. So I thought, oh, I'll just clicked on.
Yes, perfect.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I recorded it. So I'm going to share. I'll make a link and I'll share it in our healthy living group.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, so
Thank you.
You bet. And hustle and hydrate. If you guys have not started this yet, it's not too late. You can still run this off and you can start as of today. Because it's not like a all or none. If you meet your goals by moving your body more 3 days a week, and last week you did 0, that's our goal. It's progress. It's not about perfection. And tracking helps. What I do for my water is I make a little tally so I know how many glasses of water, and then I color it in at the end of the day. But so hopefully, and then this on what day is today? Monday. Wednesday, then you'll post your sheets. That'll be week 2. And then the following Wednesday is week 3. And then we're done. Hopefully we have our habits formed, right? 21 days to a new habit. So I hope you've been catching some of the podcasts. Did anyone watch the Modern Movement podcast that I posted in the posts? There's only one post a day. It's at 7 a.m. So you can go back and find them. There's one on hydration. That's really good. And on movement, one is on movement, the vitamin M. I remember, Anne, you posted you like the vitamin H, hugs. I like that. So, and who else do you have with you, Anne?
Kathy.
Oh, yes. I recognize you now. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Yeah. So anyone have other questions? No, thank you so much for joining. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.